Good morning, Get Lost with Ross Nation. We got a good one for you today. This is a true Get Lost with Ross adventure. We are going up on Schallenberger Ridge in Truckee, California. It's gonna end up being about a 10-mile hike, but the doozy part is there's about a mile of it that is off trail. So we're gonna end on one trail and then go about a mile off trail and hopefully connect with another trail. What could possibly go wrong? If you have ever driven on I-80 from the San Francisco Bay Area or Sacramento to either Reno or Truckee or Tahoe, you have seen Schallenberger Ridge. Schallenberger Ridge is the hill that runs south of Donner Lake, runs from east to west, and you can actually see there's a very distinctive tree, kind of like a lollipop tree, up at the top of the hill. That's the off-trail part, is up where the lollipop tree is. There's no trail that runs to that. But I know enough people have gone up there that it's moderately accessible. So it's going to be a fun challenge, fun hike, and the weather's absolutely perfect, so it's a great day to be out hiking in the mountains. I'm going with my buddy Doug. It should be quite the adventure, and we will see you out at the trail. .7 miles in, feeling amazing. Still on Coldstream Road. I really haven't started the climb yet. What do we got? 235 feet of what's going to be about 2,000 feet. Feels amazing. It's gorgeous out here. That has Desolation Wilderness vibes. All the granite. Still on Schallenberger Ridge Road, climbing 5.1 miles, 1,150 feet. Check out that view. Horseshoe Bend down there, where the trains descend and ascend the mountain. Oh, you actually can see the trail of Jackass Ridge right across the way on that cleared spot. How gorgeous. The end of the train tunnel hike, Castle Peak in the distance. You can hear I-80, Donner Lake Rim Trail, Tahoe Donner, and then that's our trail heading up. That's the very top of Schallenberger Ridge. We're almost at the peak. And then some bushwhacking and some downhill. We saw this little kicker on the map. It's definitely worse in person. Straight up. But look at that. Hopefully this is the worst part, but at the top of this is the Get Lost with Ross off-trail portion. God knows what that's going to entail. We'll see when we get there. See that up there? That's the ridge we're going to, and we are almost there. But every time you pass this view, it's a required stop. Look at that. Summit of Schallenberger Ridge. 360-degree views. There's Truckee Airport out in the distance in that meadow. There's North Star, Tinker's Knob, all right, we've reached the off-trail portion of this journey, and so far so good. It's just
Lots of down trees. I have the trail generally marked on the map with that pink line. I don't know if you can see that. And we're just trying to stay close to it and not get hurt. Doug, here's Doug coming through our first bit of manzanita brush. We actually brought loppers because this was in the plan, believe it or not. Still gorgeous views, but man, oh man. When they said there's no trail out here, they were not lying. Thankfully, we are in pants. Here comes Doug. All right. It's probably a little too early to use the T word, trail, but I definitely think that we have found some road more traveled than we were on. A little bit of pre-planning, and we had taken a break and we were 710 feet from what looked like a trail on the map. I kind of think we're on it, but it's such a lightly used trail, but it's better than what we were doing. Oh, and I see our target. Doug, I think we're on a trail. I'm surely not getting off what we're on and trading it for the shrubbery. There's the lollipop tree right there. There's the east end of Donner Lake, Tahoe Donner Beach, China Cove. Alright, this you might recognize as the JP Trail from some of the mountain bike rides I posted in the past. So we just came off of Schallenberger Ridge back into Coldstream Valley, and we're just wrapping this thing up. We've gone 9.3 miles, 1,880 feet elevation, which is actually a little less than I had mapped out, but the distance is going to be a little longer. And that off-trail stuff at the top, that was no joke, as planned and as prepared for. But it's nice to be back down here. Well, how was that for a hike? I'm glad that one's done. 10.7 miles, 1,888 feet of climbing. We got up to the lollipop pole. We did a mile off trail. That is truly some get lost with Ross activity right there. That was super fun. I'm glad it's done. Now it's time to go back to the cabin and take a dip in the lake. We'll see you on our next one. Too much fun? I recommend it.